Today on the CTV News at 5, wild winds make it tough for firefighters battling blazes around Lethbridge. Plus, two brothers now face charges after a truck made its own drive-through at a Taber Tim Hortons. And a retirement and graduation for Lethbridge Regional Police's K-9 unit. Good afternoon. Dry conditions and high winds are creating a high risk for grass fires or stubble fires across southern Alberta today. There have already been 2 grass fires in the Lethbridge area this afternoon. Firefighters from Coaldale and Picture Butte responded to a blaze 7 kilometers east of Lethbridge. Fire officials say it appears the fire was started when sparks from a burning barrel ignited some nearby grass. The flames spread quickly, causing damage to some trees and wooden fences, but fire crews managed to prevent it from reaching any buildings.
We phoned 911. I don't know if we were the first ones to do it, but they showed up pretty quick and they handled this area real quick for us. Got this fence put out and started moving towards the beginning of the fires over there.
Fortunately for us, there's a summer fallow field right across the road, or it would have jumped the road and kept on going. We have a large dairy farm to the east with big haystacks, so we were very fortunate. So people that have been burning in the last week or two should be checking their burning piles. So this is not the first time we've had this happen, where after somebody's been burning, the wind comes up and it flares hot spots into unburned grass. Huh. Did you get that on camera?
And as you just saw, firefighters did have to be concerned about the wind and trees and overhead power lines as they were battling the blaze. And Lethbridge fire crews have spent several hours at the scene of a grass fire north of the city. Fire officials say it started when a haystack caught on fire north of the Hardyville subdivision. The flames raced through a field and destroyed some calf shelters. Firefighters were given a hand by local farmers who used their machinery to plow up the fields and create a fire break. Fortunately, the fire crews managed to bring the blaze under control before it could damage any buildings. Now, those dry conditions have forced the city of Lethbridge to issue an immediate fire ban for the River Valley area on all open fires. The stoves at the John Martin Centre and the fire pit at the Elks compound have been excluded, though. For more information on these bans, you can visit the city website. Well, those gusty winds were also responsible for causing a traffic accident on Highway 3 west of Lethbridge. A truck was pulling a large holiday trailer when the driver lost control. The truck and the trailer went into the ditch and flipped onto its side. An ambulance responded to the scene, but RCMP say there were no serious injuries. Earlier in the day, RCMP did issue a wind warning for a stretch of Highway 22 from Highway 3 to the Chain Lakes area. Winds gusting to 110 kilometers per hour caused officials to ban all commercial vehicles on that stretch of highway, as well as any vehicles pulling trailers. And a special avalanche warning has been issued for most of British Columbia, including the southeast corner. The warning includes BC's Southern Rockies and the Columbia Mountains. It's in effect until Sunday. The Canadian Avalanche Centre says they are expecting bigger slides than usual this weekend because of the warming temperatures and the weak snowpack. What a day this has been, Dory Rossiter. Temperatures 3 times what they should normally be for this time of year.
Absolutely. We are looking at temperatures very, very mild. We hit 18 degrees here in Lethbridge just a few hours ago, and lots of, sun and cloud mix for the most part. A little bit of drift off from the upper levels, but very, very windy, as you saw in the news stories, of course. We're still being affected by those winds, and they'll be with us for a few days, along with the milder temperatures.
Thanks, Dory. Taber police have charged 2 brothers after a truck made its own drive-through at a Tim Hortons restaurant. The pickup was rammed into the Taber Tim Hortons late Wednesday night by a stolen oil field truck. 27-year-old Jake Cron of Taber is charged with obstruction, willful damage, and uttering threats. Police say he is the owner of the pickup that was rammed into the wall. His brother, 26-year-old Heinrich Cron of Sterling, is charged with obstruction and public mischief. Officers say that they believe alcohol is a factor and tell us more charges are pending. Jake and Heinrich Cron were released from custody. They'll appear in court on March 29th. A 24-year-old Hannah man is facing murder charges. Curtis Rideout has been charged with first-degree murder in the deaths of his own father and second-degree murder in the death of his father's girlfriend. Police are still gathering evidence at a home where the two people were killed around midnight Thursday. RCMP say they were called to another home nearby where a man said he had just killed two people, and that's where police arrested Curtis Everett Rideout. And Calgary police have a mystery on their hands. A patrol officer found a body early this morning outside the front door of the District 5 office in Northeast Calgary. Police can't say whether the death is suspicious. At this point, they're calling it undetermined. Well, the spring-like weather we're enjoying brings with it, of course, the danger of melting ice in our lakes and rivers.
What's your name? Chris. Are you alone? Yeah, sure. Yes.
With that in mind, the Lethbridge Fire Department is conducting their annual ice rescue course for firefighters and paramedics. The annual training exercise teaches members the basics of icy water rescue. Emergency personnel are learning how to treat hypothermia, and they're also using the course to test and familiarize themselves with their equipment. They want to send the message that no matter what the temperature, ice is never 100% safe.
We're doing ice water rescue, and as you know, the conditions in Lethbridge have been pretty warm this winter, and the ice conditions aren't safe. The adage, no ice is safe ice, certainly holds true this year. We're training, it's pretty broad, obviously learning how to rescue people and animals that have fallen into the ice so we can get them out.
The ice rescue training wraps up tomorrow. Now, some say it is a sign that the provincial election campaign is officially underway. The Conservatives have launched a series of attack ads that are designed to scare voters away from the Wild Rose Party. Lethbridge West Wild Rose candidate Kevin Kinahan says recent attack ads by the Tories is a sign that an election call is near. The Wild Rose Alliance is opening their campaign office today. Kinahan, who has been actively campaigning for the past couple of months, says the Conservatives have something to fear in the Wild Rose Alliance this time.
So this attack ad is just one more advertising tool that they've been using, and this one is directed at us, the Wild Rose Party, and that's the first time that they've ever in their 40-year history have done that, is attack another party. So yeah, I think they're a little fearful of what the Wild Rose is bringing to the table this time around.
Kinahan is hosting the grand opening of his office tonight. You can stop by 1216 and 3rd Avenue South until 9 o'clock tonight. Well, the province expects the new police college in Fort Macleod to open in September of 2014. The sod was turned for Alberta's Public Security and Law Enforcement Training Centre in August. The target contract award was set for the end of March. Based on the new schedule, the province will award the design-build contract on June 1st, with construction to start a few days later. The province committed to the $122 million Law Enforcement Training Centre 5 years ago, but then stalled during the recession. The Learning Centre is expected to train 1,000 officers each year. Well, it's not often you get to celebrate both a retirement and a graduation at the same time, but that's what they did today at the Lethbridge Regional Police Service K-9 unit. Alicia Fieldberg reports.
It's easy to see which of these dogs is the veteran and which one has just joined the team. Lethbridge Police Service dog Emos now has his very own badge. The year-and-a-half-year-old Belgian Malinois and his handler, Constable Rick Semenik, just completed a 12-week training program and are eager to hit the streets.
He's so anxious to work. Every time we're in the car, he's anxious to get out. He's whining, he's barking, and as soon as we get out, he's straight to work.
12-year-old Rex is retiring after 7 years of service with Lethbridge Police. His handler, Constable Chad Jackson, has also left the K-9 unit. Jackson trained 6 dogs during his 7 years as the trainer. He's now in another department in the police service and is still adjusting to the change.
At first it was a little weird driving a car without a dog in the back, and I kept having the feeling like I haven't stopped and let him out for a while, or I've got it too hot or cold in the car for him, and then realized that he wasn't there.
These dogs provide service that can't be matched by a human. They can pick up a scent from 90 meters away and offer protection to officers in duty.
The dogs find the ones that wouldn't be found otherwise, so tracking is our bread and butter.
You always have a partner with you 24/7, every hour of your shift. You have that backup there, so it'll be nice to, I know he's always got my back.
While Constable Semenik and Emos are excited to start their relationship as partners, Constable Jackson and Rex are looking forward to continuing theirs. Rex is now being introduced as a pet for the Jackson family. Alicia Fieldberg, CTV News, Lethbridge.
Now, police service dog Emos joins 3 other dogs in Lethbridge Regional Police Service's K9 unit. The Crow's Nest Pass won't have Thunder in the Valley this summer, but they are hoping to have a big jamboree as part of their annual rodeo next month. The Pass has been chosen as one of the top 10 communities for the Small Town Saturday Night Contest, which is being sponsored by Big Valley Jamboree and Travel Alberta. Results of online voting will determine which community gets to host a mini Big Valley Jamboree. People across southern Alberta are being urged to go online and vote. Local organizers say the Crow's Nest Pass will need support from Lethbridge, Medicine Hat, and other southern Alberta towns to win the contest.
We're stuck in our little corner down here, and we don't have a huge population, and we don't have a chance to ever be able to afford to be able to put it on or be able to charge that enough to make it feasible. But we're in the running, so we need people to vote, and it'd be just such a great thing for our community.
There's 2 weeks worth of voting, and everybody can vote once a day, every day, till March 20th. So we really need people to go on bigvalleyjamboree.com and go to the Small Town Saturday Night link and click on there and vote for Crow's Nest Pass.
Okay, here's that website again. You can vote until March 20th rather, at bigvalleyjamboree.com. That's March 20th. And then follow the link to Small Town Saturday Night. Residents of the Crow's Nest Pass are also voting at schools and trying to drum up support on Facebook. In the markets today, the loonie rose thanks to good employment numbers in the U.S. Here are the day's numbers.